there's just lots of different things that I do, and sometimes I spend the day doing a de Kooning painting, and then I'll spend the rest of the day doing a nurse painting. The next day we'll do a photograph, and the day after that we'll do a hood sculpture. And nothing ever really kind of looks the same. And it really depends upon the subject matter. The subject matter sort of dictates the look of the final thing. I moved to New York in around 1973 or something, and then I left around 1986 to come up here. I wanted the exact opposite of New York. I didn't want anything in between. I wanted something that was really exotic. So I had never really been in the country. In fact, it really kind of scared me at first. This is basically pretty much of an extreme. We live at the end of a dead-end dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I've been able to build this environment here. It's like a little town at the end of the road. And you can do different projects. And I'm sort of interested in, building buildings and fooling around with architecture, which is something I couldn't do in the city. I mean, sometimes I'll go for like 5 or 6 days and the only person I'll see is the FedEx guy or the UPS guy. It's not about collaboration up here. It's, you're pretty much on your own. I like the idea of just getting lost. It can get bad up here in the winter. I mean, it can really drag on you. The ice, it's mostly the ice storms where you really can't move. It can get to you. So this is one of our local establishments. We can grab some chow here. We got this restaurant in town that opens Thursday through Sunday. And that's it. There's no gas station, there's no grocery store, there's nothing.
There's not really much to do in the town. He's a good customer. We serve breakfast and lunch, and usually he gets a Philly steak or grilled cheese with tomato.
Cheese steak with some potato chips?
Cheese steak. And chips. Potato chips?
Yeah.
I did a photo shoot with him about 2000. I made the front cover of a magazine called Purple. So that was kind of cool. I haven't really seen a lot of his artwork. I've heard that it's very unique.
I put into it what I put into a photograph. I gave it life. I gave it its first life. And it's my photograph. No one would disagree with that. It's legal, technically legal for him to do that. If you're the originating photographer, it's a curious experience to, first of all, see it, and second of all, to see the value that's put on it by the art community. I'm not angry, of course, and I'm not particularly amused. I'm thoughtful about it. The life of a photograph is a very interesting, deep, complex, and ongoing, ever-changing subject that I'm taken up with as a writer and as a photographer. Photographs have lives. This is a curious life, I would call it, and I tried to get into the mind of Richard Prince as he chose to copy that photograph of mine and make a lot of money off it. Also get into the mind of the museum and DAP also. They had it on the cover of their catalog. And one of my thoughts is, my main thought is that he must be a cheeky fellow. I think that's been my reaction, is how cheeky he was to do that. And it would never occur to me to do that to any other photographer or person. It's obviously plagiarism, and I was taught, by my parents, the sin of that. And so it seems to be breaking, to me, the golden rule. And that's a higher law than the law of art or commerce. It's the ultimate law. And he has to live with that. what I sense about him is that he can live with it. And that's a greater achievement than anything, being able to live with breaking the golden rule. So be it. A secondary thought is a photograph of mine could never be in the Guggenheim Museum, could never be on the cover of their guide, couldn't be on the cover of the DAP catalog. And that is because editorial photography, for the most part, is considered by those entities, by the Guggenheim and by the art establishment, to be not worthy. But copied by someone else, it is worthy. So the art world has something to answer for, and I look forward to their answer. I think that it goes to the life of a photograph.